Hello guys, we are back here. And yes, after contemplating the whole day yesterday where everyone was slightly mood down, we are back here to understand actually what happened in this Border Gavaskar trophy, especially the third Boxing Day record test at MCG. To discuss this and more, I have with me our usual suspect, head of Go World conglomerate, Mr. Varad Vaichal. Yes, a man who is happy by heart because his team Australia has won, but somewhere the Indian in him is again sad like us. That actually what happened to the Indian team because they are known for showing tremendous fights and comebacks, exactly. So my first question to Bharat sir is yes, we will discuss all the negative points of the series. I will not say negative points, but we will say what went wrong for Team India. But before that, sir, one word for Jasprit Bumrah. Because yesterday, what my personal feeling was, I really felt bad for only one man, that is Jasprit Bumrah. What else that guy has to do for the team? Already taken 30 wickets. Now he has to come and bat and save the match. So
Yes,
that's
yes.
not possible every time. So
Yes.
one word on Jasprit Bumrah.
He had to grind a lot. Like it is not a good thing for the richest sport that you don't have the resources, the backup, like the likes of Ishan Sharma, Umesh Yadav. They are completely set by the management, previous management that you're done and now. So we are looking to groom the next crop of brawlers. Siraj bowled well, but wickets column wasn't that much good. Like the last two wickets, they frustrated a lot. Like look, the field placement set by Rohit Sharma and the field placement set by Pat Cummins for the last two wickets. There's a massive difference. It looks a bit defensive when we talk about Rohit, and Pat Cummins is like he wants to take wickets. So that definitely we can say it hurted India. Like India should have chased around 270, 300, but that 40 runs, 340 target, it was too much. And the bowlers were already very tired. Like the shoulders were dropping. Even Bumrah was seen heard through the stump my camera that I can't bowl. Like I'm very exhausted now. How can I bowl? Like he's non-stop from one end to another, one end to another. It's very not a good thing.
Yeah, true. Talking about the captainship will come to Rohit Sharma in a bit. But sir, what has transpired in Pat Cummins as a captain? Because see, first test they lost by 295 runs. And
Hmm.
all the Indians were happy that yes, BGT got high on a high start and now Australia are under pump. 9 days we always knew that pin ball was going to be an issue for Team India due to lack of practice, you might say, or less games on pinball, as Australia has played more games on pinball. But what transpired in those 9 days that Australia became the team which looked very dangerous, and India became a team which looked like a tame horse. Because see, first innings Australia in first test my India was bowled out for 150, Australia too got bowled out for 104. Thanks to Jasprit Bumrah then. But in second inning, India did score above 400 runs to give Australia a tough target. So what suddenly happened to the Indian batting lineup that was in form in Perth, second innings, and 9 days after in Adelaide, as we go to MCG where the batting was continued, suddenly form dipped of the got strange hold of the Indian batters. So
Actually,
what did Australia did different? I am
actually.
talking in Australia's perspective.
Yes, Pat Cummins and the assistant coach, which is Daniel Vettori, they have a very good camaraderie. There's a huge bonding there. And Daniel Vettori, who is the head coach of SRH, who had to go to Saudi Arabia for the auction. So in the first test match, he wasn't there. They also got that break 9 day. They regrouped there. Or even Indian experts and all the media also said that Australian bonding is not that good. So that everyone questioned him, but they performed. And as usual, Pat Cummins is everyone's what you call buddy there. So even in the Alex Carey Boxing Day Test match, Alex Carey was sitting in the field for Netherlands to bowl in the last two wickets. So everyone, there's a huge bonding, and I would like to say about India. You ask, India they took a bit casual approach. It looked as if I would say Rohit Sharma came in, so as usual he was opening. Then he came into the sorry, he came into the middle order. Then again in the fourth test match he came to opening. So there is lack of stability in the team. Like you have to give a long rope. Like when KL Rahul was made the opener for the second test match, even when Rohit was there, why not continue for the fourth as well? Like why you are changing again and again? And even Sunil Gavaskar also said that you don't change the batting lineups because batting at number three and number five, and then again at number one or two. No, no, no. There are. I seriously think that there are communication barriers between the coach management and the captain here.
Yeah, true. Coming to Rohit Sharma now, he is out of form. Everyone has seen it, not only in this series, but especially in from the series from Bangladesh itself. Because though Rohit has scored some with 40, 50 runs, he has not done more than 50 run, 100 run marks since the Bangladesh series. New Zealand series at home miserably failed, and that was started the downfall for Rohit. You might say the Indian Test team, because Indian Test team cannot now qualify to the WTS championship, which actually they would have easily done if they would have won the home series against New Zealand 3-0 or 2-1, whatever, because they would have the less pressure in Australia. But now Rohit Sharma as captain has become the second most biggest issue for India, because he doesn't perform as an opener, while setting fields and on field is not looking as aggressive as he was like in the T20 World Cup which he won. And again, bowling changes and field changes were also not up to the mark. As compared to Bumrah, who was on pinpoint bowling changes and field changes in the first test, which India won comprehensively. And so, what should, and still at the press conference yesterday, he was adamant to stay at his place and not leave in the midway. Now, the question arises, if Rohit Sharma was so adamant to leave in the not to leave after before Sydney Test, then why did Ravichandran Ashwin left the series midway? He should have been also been given a long run till Sydney Test, because Sydney occasionally now as we speak about Rohit Sharma, Sydney we have to speak about next match too. Sydney occasionally is a ground breeding for spinners, and India do have, if they had the luxury of Ravichandran Ashwin, even yesterday I thought, even yesterday, if Ravichandran Ashwin would have been the batter other side with any one of the lower order or Yashasvi Jaiswal itself, he would have at least saw some overs off like he did it last time with Hanuma Vihari. So what's wrong with the management and Rohit Sharma about his decisions now?
See, Rohit Sharma is like he's giving the chief selector has the backing and even the coaches and everyone. See, Rohit Sharma, it is often said if you have read in the social media that he's from a particular quota there, like a Mumbai quota. It is often said that he will get the backing. Like even the Mumbai team gives a multiple chances, n number chances to the players. So that is actually what is happening. It looks as of now. Rohit Sharma, he knows very well that his place in the team is no longer guaranteed now, and even he will play the fifth test match. And if you, I will say why he'll play fifth test match, because if he runs away and declares or announces retirement, then everyone will question him. And about Ashwin, I'm seriously doubtful, like why he left. Like because even in MCG, if you are going to play two spinners, something or the another, you will have he would have listened to the management or the captains or the coaches, like someone like we are going to play. Like it looked as if like Ashwin was said like your service is done and dusted, you can leave. Okay, if he wanted to leave, he should have stayed with the group. I would have said. Last two test matches, it was just a matter of one fortnight, 7th of January, the official test series is going to end. But he left there. And see, I have said it many times, like Gautam Gambhir, the head coach, he has a lot of power and influence over the selection. See, Harshit Rana performed well. I have got no absolute no. I've got no blood against that. Like he's played very well against India. Even Nitish Reddy scored a century, but he's picking players on what you call a temporary good performance in the domestic cricket. Like what has happened to the likes of, if you look why Shardul Thakur is not there, why his rehabilitation is not even there, and if you look at fast bowling all rounders, we have got Prasidh Krishna is there. Why he's not playing in even if it is a team? So when a coach is having so much power, no, so some sort of imbalance is bound to happen, I would say. And Ashwin, I think he deserved a farewell. Sydney, he could have played, and even in MCG, he could have played. His cricketing mind is very great. He in a coaching staff is also good, right? He could have been with the coaching staff. Just as I said, but like, see, I think there can be a narrative also. Like third test match, there was rain. So India somehow saved the defeat there, and everything got very well managed there. If India would have lost that match, or if the draw was there, then everyone would have targeted Gautam Gambhir and Rohit Sharma. But the retirement perhaps made the Indian fans forget about the third test match. It can be a possibility.
But sir, as I asked about the selection blunders, as you mentioned right now from Gautam Gambhir, or you might say the team management, is what it was. Was it not wise to select Atashdeep for the pin ball test because he is a swing bowler, and
Hmm.
pin ball has more swing than the red ball, and keep Harshit Rana for red ball instead, because Harshit Rana in the first test had proved at per that he could ball Yorkers at will with the red ball, which was required at least, which I saw at MCG, because India, as usual, their old technique of not wiping out the tail attempt to haunt them again at MCG.
Like actually, it's for both India and Australia. Like India's tail has also played well, Australia's tail has also played, and it is now being reflected in the fourth Test match. And if you said about Akashdeep, Akashdeep was a very good option, but he got one good Test match, so the management they gave another chance to Harshit Rana. Like it is often being said in the Indian cricket team as well, like you can't drop a player on basis of one match. And just like I would to say, like the coaching staff of India as of now, Randan Doskate. He is from Netherlands. The Netherlands has still not got ICC status. Morne Morgan, he still can bowl. 38, 39 years old he is there. Abhishek Nair, a very good choice, I would say, because he has worked very closely with the Indian batters and everyone. And if we look at the Sunil Joshi, I guess, a spin bowling coach, and Gautam Gambhir. So the all this coaching staff is quite like favoritism is on the base of these three ones. So like BCCI should have paid a bit more attention, like how Ranted Doskate can help, how Morne Morkel can help. Because see, a head coach, to be a part of coaching setup, you actually need to have at least 5 to 10 years of experience. You just can't select player based on the basis of IPL. Like this, all to play together with Gautam Gambhir and Abhishek Nair as well. They were a part of coaching staff for KKR.
Yes, sir. From one legend to another, we don't means for sorry to say this, but Rohit Sharma in Test cricket is not as much legend. He yes, of course, he is a legend in white ball cricket with 10,000 runs and three double centuries, ODIs especially, but not in Test match. But the other one batter which I am gonna call out is like he is absolute legend in this decade, at least for the teams which who looks upon him. That's Virat Kohli. Means he has so many runs under his belt. He has already proven himself. Nothing he had to prove in this series. So actually, he had to play this series with free mind. But sir, then we come back to the point that in 2014 or 15 or yeah, 2011 England series, Virat Kohli had that mm, problem with the off stump line where Anderson used to he made him his bunny batting out on the fifth stump line. Went home, rectified it. He did in the home test series versus in the Supreme years to follow. 2018, they went to England again, and Virat Kohli was the highest run getter there with above 600 runs in that series.
Mhm.
But then why did the same off stump line problem arise in Virat Kohli? This problem was rectified so many years back, right? So why then the same off stump line problem arise with Virat Kohli? Is it that some mental block happening with
Actually,
this man?
no, no. Actually, Sunil Gavaskar has said he like his foot is not with the line of the ball. That's why he's edging the ball. Like he's watching the ball closely. There's no doubt about it. But this tactical error he needs to rectify it very quickly if he wants to prolong his career, test career only, because he has said in multiple interviews on social media and also in the press that he loves test cricket a lot. And as we all know that he no longer is going to play T20 internationals apart from IPL and ODIs. He needs to work on this and he knows very well, right? He has dismissed through this time n times. And the entire, we also witnessed that entire Australia was against Virat Kohli. There was a lot of abusive language for him because of the Sam Constas, that a physical touch which happened there. It was not good, I would say. Like you should not, you should say what you want. You should, like we have seen Virat has done. Smith was also doing in the fifth day. But physical contact, it's not football, I would say. See, Virat is a great personality in the world cricket at the moment. After Smith, Kane Williamson, and Joe Root, he has got a lot of fan following. That incident shouldn't have been happened. And it actually even Ricky Ponting said that club cricketers, they will try to do it and they will practice it and they will say that Virat did that. So it somehow damages the sport which we all are experiencing. Like it's becoming franchise based. Test cricket shouldn't have been happened.
Yeah, before the last question, one more question to you. Now, Sunil Gavaskar has been bottled means a man of 75-year age, shouting on commentary in the commentary box. Now, it seems like his age is also now defining him because he at the most does not look like 75 years old, but yes, he is 75 years. And he is shouting at the commentary box, stupid, 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 in the first innings to Rishabh Pant.
Yes.
Yesterday, I think Rishabh Pant had got some tight advice from Gavaskar or someone has just shown him his clip. So yesterday he was light. Okay, 104 balls he played. He played the entire T session.
Yeah.
30 in between he did that month light celebration like yes, Mon Sifu now you have to be tam tam tam.
Yeah.
And after tea, when Travis hit them, because that at that moment I thought that was the turning point. At that moment,
Yes.
Australia had already given up the match.
Yes. Yeah.
They were only trying to negate the run rate and negative margins because if they did minus one, they wouldn't have gone ahead in these championships, even if
Cycle. Yes.
they secured a draw. So at that moment, they started only giving ball into the spinners. Ball has become soft. Only 30 overs to go after that. Had had Jaiswal and this had Jaiswal and Pant be little bit more confident going about the batting the way they did in the previous session, within next 10 or 15 years, 15 overs, both the teams would have been shaken hands and said that, okay, mates, that's enough. It's a draw. We are going to Sydney 1-1.
Hmm.
But what happened to what actually triggered Rishabh Pant, who saw a carrot from Travis head and like the hopping rabbit, he locked on it to store a scoring shot, which easily would have been stored on the ground and easily he would have run 2 or 3 runs on the ground itself.
Yes.
So Rishabh Pant, yes, he is flamboyant, he is good, but now we see that his records in red ball cricket is more nice than in T20. With his flamboyance, he is not a good batter in ODI or T20. He has no such records in white ball. But in Test cricket, he starts exhibiting his T20 skills in between. Means that's not good for a batter like Pant. Yes, your exuberance, you are like a Virender Sehwag type batter, but somewhere you have to use your brains too, right? So your take on Rishabh Pant?
Yes, Sunil Gavaskar, sir, actually, he poured his heart out because that dismissal in the first innings, it wasn't a good one. The fielder were placed behind the wicket keeper in both the directions, and he still played that shot. Actually, like, see, the Border Gavaskar Trophy, like the Gavaskar stands for Sunil Gavaskar, right? So he's a lot involved in that. And India has been dominating the BGT for a decade now. They have won every trophy they've retained. And Rishabh Pant in that second innings dismissal, as you said, he did all the hard work, playing around 100 balls. It's never easy, but it was just one bad shot, and that costed India the match. There was short ball, he played it to the deep mid wicket and straight catch, and that ball was very short, and the timing was a bit late, a fraction of second, and that uh, like India fall like a pack of cards. And even now, everyone is saying that Rishabh Pant should sacked. He should be removed from the team. But I would say you won't get a keeper like who has scored so many runs. Look at his half centuries. He has scored a lot of 90s in that centuries, and so he hasn't played that many cricket, right? He was into the team 2018 against England, that test series, then border Gavaskar. Like no doubt, it has been 6 to 7 years, but we should also see that 2 years phase of COVID-19, right? Like there wasn't enough cricket, and also there were injuries also there. So the sacking of Rishabh Pant is not the option. Even Ajinkya Rahane in a documentary had said that Rishabh Pant doesn't listen to anyone. He just plays his natural game. And so let him do that. I would say he's got success. There's no reason to target him because the rest of the batting they didn't perform. We should look like Virat Kohli, no. Rohit Sharma, KL Rahul, no. These three players, especially KL Rahul has been in the team since 2016. It's his ninth year now. From 2025 will begin from tomorrow. Like, why not to talk about this? Where is the middle order? Why we aren't having the likes of Sarfaraz or even Dhruv Zurel in the team if you're completely moved on from Chiteshwar Pujara and Ajinkya Rahane?
Yeah, last question before the final prediction to you is like this is a very technical question and very different question. Leave about what will happen in Sydney and what we will do in the WDC championships now because we'll start thinking about the next cycle only. But now my final question, people are saying that invent of T20 cricket has diminished all the test match skills within the batters. Because in previous times also when during Tendulkar and Dravid the era, Tendulkar used to use sweep shots to his very effect. And Virat Kohli, though being a legend, he didn't. Yeah, at the modern era, he never has a sweep shot in his armory. Same with after Pujara, India has not found a batter who is like calm and composed like Rahul Dravid because Dravid used to consume 200 balls to score only 10 runs at times when required. So is the red ball temperament or the red ball skills vanishing from Indian cricket? Because Ranji Trophy also, yes, there are 38 to 40 teams in Ranji Trophy, but now then it is relegated to plate and elite group, and even teams are distributed such that when there are some mighty teams coming into play, then the weaker team matches they are getting over in 2 or 3 days. No proper application or of red ball is shown in local level as well. So, is there India do have an immense talent pool, but is there a lack of skills development for available for red ball test, which we used to see in Rahul Dravid, Lakshman, Pujara, etc.?
Yes, actually, like everyone is so much like the baseball, like the England cricket team, the head coach Brendan McCullum. He was like, we need baseball and everything. The baseball and everything, like everyone wants to say score 4 runs per over, 5 runs per over. No, like even Australia's run rate, if you look, like it's 3.5. And if you look at India, no, like there is a lot of attention over IPL only, right? We have the auction every in December or February, and then we have the IPL in April, May. So the BCCI is trying their best. I would say that we are still focusing on our domestic cricket. There is Vijay Hazare Trophy, there is Dulip Trophy, everything is there. But I think it's high time now that other boards also, like the likes of England Cricket Board, Cricket Australia, like Cricket South Africa, also pulled out of New Zealand Series, like in this year only, for a SA20 league. So if we think that it's all about this, it is pinnacle one. So the board needs to take some strict actions, and I would appeal to ICC that increase the test matches, right? We don't want to only two test matches being played. Look, England, Australia, India, they are going to play every year 5-5 that clash against each other. They're going to 5 test matches. Look at the South Africa. They played 11 test matches and qualified for the final. Look at New Zealand. They gave their best. They succeeded against India, 3-0 test series won, but they didn't won against England. But that's another thing. But test cricket needs a bit more of attention. And also I would say that everyone is criticizing about WTC final being only one test match, but it's perfect. Like in England, it is a perfect venue because there is rain, there is what you call sun, there are cloudy conditions, everything happens in a 5 day, and we don't have the window as well, right? You can't play a test match in Australia in June, you can't play a test match in Australia, New Zealand in June. So England is the best one, and South Africa has booked the place. And Anup sir, I know your next
Yeah,
question.
last
I know your
Last
next.
question is like obviously a prediction time for now. Out of the question, we have 0.001% to qualify for the finals with South Africa. It now all depends on how Sri Lanka did, but Sri Lanka themselves have a chance to secure a place if they win 2-0 versus Australia. So Australia will have in their own hands if they thrash us in Sydney. They will go to Sri Lanka without any tension. But if India wins, India has to salvage some pride and at least bring back the Border Gavaskar trophy. Only a trophy with us back home. They have to win and draw the Sydney Test 2-2. So my prediction is like yes, it would be tough for India to win, but yes, if India come together as a group with an one emotion that yes, nothing happens, we have to be okay. WTC final gone, it's fine for us. We will start fresh from the next cycle. But we have to only salvage our pride and for all the audiences, especially for that one man Jasprit Bumrah, we have to bring this trophy back and Sunil Gavaskar himself, because his name is H with the trophy. We have to bring that trophy only back to India. So I give 10% chance to India. Yeah, 90% I'm giving to Australia for with a heavy heart because they deserve to win because they have shown their play in such a way. So what is your prediction on the same? Last question.
Like I would say Australia's favorite because see, it's a winning mentality is there. They have won a very hard fought test match. Pat Cummins also said in the press conference that it's his best test win as a captain so far. And look, India like panic button will be pressed as usual. Like they need to win this to stay in the WTC cycle. And if they lose, and if even if they draw the test match, Australia will win the BGT. And out of nowhere, Sri Lanka has a chance, but that's very outside chance. I don't see India winning because see, there's hardly been 2 days now. Tomorrow is 1st of January. Day after tomorrow is 2nd of January, and third we have the test match. See, and again, it's a like for Indian standard time, it will be early game. It's a day game in Australia, not a ping ball, not a anything. So they don't have the time. Like, what will Gautam Gambhir and Chief Selector Ajit Agarkar do? We have to wait and watch because the next India's assignment is against England. White ball assignment, ODS and T20 internationals are there. We will have a break around 10-15 days, a fortnight. But Indian cricket is not in a what you call this defeat is has hurt a lot. Even see, I loved India Australia winning that test match, but I am also a bit hurt that India shouldn't have lost. Like, see, the evening session, I was expecting like India will win it because only 3 wickets were down. 1 hour was crucial, and that 1 hour only Rishabh Pant got the wicket, and we got a lot of controversies and wickets and wickets. But that's the beauty of cricket. Like, means you're every time into the game. And that's it from us. And happy New Year to everyone. Hopefully, 2025 will be a great one for cricket and somewhat for India and Australia as well. We have got ICC Champions Trophy also. Dates are revealed there. India and UAE is the venue. So, thank you, Anup sir, for joining us. I would like to say about Anup sir. Anup sir is a very hardworking individual, a very like no word suits him. Dedicated. He does his work, writes the articles, does commentary. With we also have a banter sometimes. Even I also like having talking with him. So see you soon. Thank you, Anup sir. Happy New Year, everyone. Bye.
Yeah, happy New Year, sir, in advance. We will be talking tomorrow as well. So
Yes,
not an issue.
yes.
So happy New Year. Hi, enjoy yourself. Do party hard, but yes, keep your senses and cricket passion alive.
Yes.